Good afternoon, everybody. This is Ben back again, and now, as I promised you at the end of the last video, I know, sorry for the wait it's been, because it's been a week ago since I did my last video, which was the stuff that I got for my birthday. Um, but, but I did promise you at the end of the last video that I will be doing a comparison of 3 different versions of Apollo 13, since, as you know, I got the 4K of it, last week for my birthday. And so now, as I promised, and despite the wait, now I'm finally going to be able to do it. And this is also going to be a video response to my original comparison of 2 different versions of Apollo 13, which I did way at the beginning of 2019, which was 2 years ago. So it's been a long time since I did a comparison video of this film. But with the 4K, I'm going to finally get to do another one, so that's great. So anyways, here we go. On the left is the original 1995 VHS. In the middle is the 2005 Anniversary Edition DVD, and on the right is the 4K. I'm not sure what year the 4K is from, but I'll have to look at the copyright date when I go into detail of it. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? First up, as you all know, this is the tape, which this I had since back in the day. I didn't get this from a Salvation Army location. I had this since when I was young. It was actually one of the last VHS tapes that we ever got until I started going to the Salvation Army in Southfield to get to collect VHS tapes again. This was one of the lasts until then. Of course, as you know, it stars Tom Hanks, Kevin Bacon, Bill Paxton, the late Bill Paxton, Gary Sinise and Ed Harris, and made by Ron Howard. Houston, we have a problem. So, yep. Got the side of it, and the other side, the top and the back, and there's no critic review on this one, or on this tape. But as I said before, of course, I actually did a movie review on this, which I did way at the beginning of, around that time, back in 2019. That was before I got that DVD over there, for a comparison video. And as I said before, it's a pretty good movie. Definitely recommend it for those who haven't seen it, especially if you're into NASA or space, like the space program, or the true story of all the Apollo space flights themselves. And if you're really getting into these, then I highly recommend it. Or if you're a Tom Hanks fan like I am, then this is definitely the movie for you. I think it's in the top 20 on my list. I know it is an honorable mention in my top 10, but it's in the top 20. So yeah. Anyways, we got the label. Of course, it's kind of torn a bit in the corners. I had this since back then, so. And there's no print date on here. But still, this is a very good VHS tape to have. Of course, this tape, it opens with a home video preview for Sergeant Bilko, and then the warning screen, the format screen, the MCA Universal home video logo, the Universal logo, and then the film. And then after the movie's over, it has the Imagine Entertainment logo, which was used around that time. And then that's it. There's no MPAA rating screen or anything else at the end. It just has after the credits, it just has the Imagine logo that was used, like I said, from at that time. And then the black screen, and then that's it. So, yeah. Anyways, now we go on to the DVD, which this is the 2-disc Anniversary Edition DVD from 2005. It's got a similar cover, except the picture with Tom Hanks and what supposedly is Kevin Bacon. And the astronaut suit is now in a border. And then everything else is in a space background. Houston, we have a problem. We got the side of it. And the back, again, no review, but Disc 1 has Lost Moon, The Triumph of Apollo 13, feature commentary with director Ron Howard, and feature commentary with Jim and Marilyn Lovell, And production notes and theatrical trailer, Disc 2 has Apollo 13, the IMAX experience version, Conquering Space, the Moon and Beyond, and Lucky 13, the astronaut's story. Of course, this has 2 versions of the film. The first disc is basically the original theatrical version when it was originally released back in 1995. But disc 2 has the IMAX re-release of the film, which was back in, like, I think it was 2002 or 2003, from what I've read somewhere. I'm not really too sure about that, but it's somewhere from around that time. And also, one little note is that on the original release of this film, like the original theatrical version of this, it opens with the original Universal logo from 1990 to 1997 and ends with the Imagine Entertainment logo. But on the IMAX version, though, it opens with the IMAX logo and then the Universal logo from 1997 to 2012 with its corporate fanfare, and then the Imagine Entertainment logo, which is from 1996 and onwards, and it has the opening credits music, main title music plastering over it, over the Universal logo that was used at that time. So yeah, that's just a little plastering note for those who don't know. But anyways, we got disc 1, which has the original theatrical version, and here's disc 2, which has the IMAX version. Of course, disc 1 has the same cover art as that one, while disc 2 just has Tom Hanks, Bill Paxton, and Kevin Bacon as the crew, and then the Apollo 13 and the smoke from the command module in the background. So anyways, there you go. That's that for the DVD. Of course, I'll talk about that when I get to the 4K. So anyways, now we go on to the 4K, which, as you know, I got this last week for my birthday, along with Bumblebee and the other stuff like the Bob Ross Funko Pop and the power bank charger, which I still have yet to show, but that's okay. And then the beard oil, and then the Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the deep end. Of course, it has a completely different cover art. It's got the crew and then the stuff in the background, like the moon and the earth. That's pretty cool. It has no slipcover as opposed to my other 4Ks, but that's okay. As long as I got the movie on 4K, I'm pretty cool. So that's the side, and then the back. 4 times sharper than HD. Yep, definitely. And some of the features that were from the DVD have been carried over onto this one, but just with some extra features, like the 4K and then the other stuff, commentaries, and also includes digital, watch on iTunes, watch anywhere on all your devices. Yep. This is a 2017 4K release. I thought it was like from 2019 or 2020, but it's from 2017, so yeah. So, yep. Get this. There we go. Here's disc 1, which has the 4K version. And here's disc 2, which has the standard Blu-ray. Like most 4Ks, they come with the 4K disc and the Blu-ray disc. Got the code, the digital code thing, of course. Yep, that's the bottom. And then here's on the back, it has an ad for other 4K movies, like Seeing, The Great Wall, Minions, The Fate of the Furious, aka F8, and 50 Shades Darker. Yep, that's the back, and then there's the equipment that you need to watch this film on Ultra HD or 4K. And where was I thought there was a thing that I mentioned when I did the last video that this was gonna expire real soon. Yeah. Oh well, I might be thinking of Bumblebee, but that's okay. So anyways, there you go. That's it for the 4K, and I'm happy to have the film on 4K, like I said. Of course, that one I had since back in the day. The VHS I had since back in the day. The DVD I got from the Salvation Army Southfield back in, like, I think early 2019 or late 2018. And then the 4K, as you know, I got that for my birthday, so yeah. But anyways, there you go. That's it for my comparison of 3 different versions of Apollo 13, and I'll see you again later. Just don't really know what video to film next, but I will see you again soon later anyway, like I always do. So anyways, there you go. That's all.